Assalamu alaikum, dear friends. Today's video is about the square. As you can see, I have written the square has the property of every quadrilateral in terms of area. Dear friends, ये वीडियो स्क्वायर के मुतालिक है। आप जनरली आपको पता है स्क्वायर एक टाइप होता है क्वाड्रिलेटरल का। आई हैव ड्रॉन ए रफ फिगर ऑफ स्क्वायर हियर ऑफ साइड ए। ईच साइड ऑफ स्क्वायर इज इक्वल and each angle of square is 90 degree. We know all about this. Dear friends, I will tell you an interesting fact about the square in this video. You watch the video up to the end and get the interesting fact about this square. We know the types of the quadrilaterals as parallelogram, rhombus, trapezium, rectangle, kite and square. All of these types of quadrilaterals have the different formula for area, and square's formula for area is side square, that is side into side. It's actually the multiplication of two adjacent sides. If this is one side of square and this is another side, we multiply these two sides to get the area of the square. And in case of rectangle, we know that a rectangle has different dimensions with respect to the as compared to the square, as it has length and the breadth, but each angle of quadrilateral is also 90 degree like square. 90 degree, 90 degree and 90 degree. So area of this rectangle is equal to length into breadth, this side and this adjacent side. Okay, so if we will talk about the parallelogram is shaped like this. We know the definition of parallelogram as it is that type of quadrilateral whose opposite sides are parallel and equal. And opposite angles are also equal. These angles are equal. Suppose if this is angle, suppose A, and this one is also angle A. If this is B and this one is also B, and its area is written as base into height. Why can we draw the height of this quadrilateral? We can start from this point to this base, where it makes 90 degree angle with this base. This is the height. And if we will talk about another type of quadrilateral, that is trapezium. Trapezium is is of this shape like this. Trapezium has only one property, that is it has one pair of opposite sides parallel, and its area is written as 1/2 sum of parallel sides into height. This is the area of the trapezium. And there is another two types of quadrilaterals. One is the rhombus and another one is the kite. If we talk about the rhombus is same to same like a parallelogram in the shape, but it has all sides equal like square. All sides of rhombus are equal, and it has one property other than other quadrilaterals, that is its diagonals. When its diagonals intersect, they form the 90 degree angle at the point of intersection. This is the point of intersection, and there are the this is the 90 degree angle they have subtended at the point of intersection, and its area is written as 1/2 diagonal 1 into diagonal 2. If we will talk about this one of this type of quadrilateral, that's kite. Kite is like this shape. It is one of the special case of this rhombus. We can say this kite has property similar to the rhombus. Kite is that type of quadrilateral in which adjacent sides, two pairs of adjacent sides are equal. That is, this is A, this will be A. If this is B and this one will be B, so its diagonals also intersect each other at the point of intersection, and they form the 90-degree angle, like this rhombus, and its area is also written as same formula as rhombus has, that's 1 by 2 diagonal 1 into diagonal 2. Now what is the main interesting fact about the square, that as I have already mentioned in the starting of the video, that interesting fact about square, that it has the property of every convex quadrilateral. Quadrilaterals have two types, one is concave quadrilateral and another is convex quadrilateral, and we are talking about this type of quadrilateral, this type of quadrilateral, this type of quadrilateral, these are all convex quadrilaterals. What is that property? Let us know. We know here this is suppose parallelogram with base A and height h. This is B, this is B, this is A, and its area is written as base into height. And suppose this is trapezium, another type of quadrilateral. This is one parallel side, suppose A, this is B, and this is height h. And if we will talk about another and its area is equal to 1 by 2 sum of parallel sides, that's A plus B into height. And there is another type of quadrilateral, that is rectangle. Suppose this is the length of rectangle, this is breadth, and its area is equal to length into breadth. And another type of quadrilateral, that's rhombus. Suppose this is A and A, and its area is written as 1 by 2. This is diagonal 1 and this is diagonal 2. Its area is 1 by 2 diagonal 1 into diagonal 2. If the last one, that's height. So these are the adjacent sides A and A. This is B and B. This is diagonal 1 and this is diagonal 2. Its area is equal to 1 by 2 diagonal 1 into diagonal 2. Now we can apply all these formula only to this type of quadrilateral, that's square. Suppose that its area is written as side into side, that is side square. This is one way to find its area. Another way, if we will apply this formula on this special type of quadrilateral, let's suppose its area is 1 by 2 B, 1 by 2 sum of parallel sides A plus B into H. Here suppose we will choose these two parallel sides. Suppose this is A and this is A, and this is the height of this quadrilateral. Here we can write 1 by 2 A and A, we get 2A into H. H is this side, which is 1 by 2 twice A into this edge is also equal to A, because this is the side of the square A. Here 2 and 2 gets cancelled and we can get A square, which is again the formula of the square that we use to calculate its area. Now we will this is the first case. This is now the second case is we will suppose that we will use the formula of parallelogram, that's B into H. We will apply the formula of parallelogram to this shape, that is area of square. Suppose that base into height, we can get base of this quadrilateral is A and its height is also A, which is again equal to A into A is equal to A square. This is the second case. Now the case third will be we have applied the formula of parallelogram and trapezium. We will use now rectangle, rhombus and kite. Suppose that this is square A, these are the sides and these are the angles, each 90 degree, and let's choose, suppose that this is the rectangle, its length is A, L and its breadth is B. Suppose that area of the square, suppose it is area is equal to length into breadth. We know that its length is suppose this or this, any one of you can choose, because every side it is from every side it is equal, that's A. In breadth is again A into A is equal to A square. This is for rectangle. This is case third. Now the case fourth is, let's apply the formula for rhombus. We know the formula for rhombus, that's 1 by 2, diagonal 1 into diagonal 2. We know that suppose these are the two diagonals of these are the two diagonals of square. Suppose this area will be equal to 1 by 2, diagonal 1 into diagonal 2. So we know here area will be equal to 1 by 2. Diagonal of this square, it is the hypotenuse of the triangle. It is the hypotenuse of the triangle, and we know it is a root 2. A root 2. If we will apply the Pythagoras theorem to this triangle, suppose this is A, B, C here the triangle, and this is one side, it is A, another side of the triangle, that is isosceles right angular triangle. You can apply the Pythagoras theorem. Here you can get this diagonal as a root 3. A root 3 into another diagonal, that's a root 3. We can get one area of this as 1 by 2. A into A is as a square. Sorry, a root 2 is a, not 3. Root 2 into root 2. Square root gets cancelled, just 2. 2 gets cancelled, and here remains only a square, which is again the formula of the square. Now the last one, that's kite. If we apply the formula of the kite for this kite, kite has the same formula, that's of the square. That's 1 by 2, diagonal 1 into diagonal 2, which we have already drawn this one, that is this. So it was all about the property of the square, that again I will repeat that square has every property of other quadrilaterals in terms of area. I hope that you find this video interesting and useful. मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में. अल्लाह हाफिज़.